Hey everybody! So, due to the wild popularity of the last unbucketing video, we can do another unbucketing video. This is a bucket of bearings I picked up from a guy. I don't know if it'll be nearly as exciting as the last one, but then you never know. It's a bucket full of stuff. So we have a bunch of these old bearings, some of which aren't in the best of shape now because the paper's gone. Like this one's pretty shot. I might be able to clean that up. We'll see. We'll put that one in a pile. And this one's in pretty good shape though. It's still got the wax paper on it. So let's take a peek in there. Nope, she's rusted up. Not as dirty though. So we'll take a look at that one. Clean it later. I guess these were old tractor bearings. Oh, that one's shielded. Oh no, it's only shielded on one side. Made in Sweden. Ooh, it says it's fancy Fabrik and Swiss something or other. I don't know how to read Swiss, but yeah, that one's a Swiss bearing. That's also full of dirt, so those aren't so great. But now we got some in boxes. I got more hope for these. Ooh, that's a Fafner. You see that? Isn't that cool? Fafner Bearing Company, New Britain, Connecticut. Look at there. This is a 210K. Here we are in our original wax paper, like they like to put them in. Oh, but this one didn't quite get waxed up enough, so it's an okay shape. I bet some WD-40 and a little air will clean that one out real nice. But she's still going to take some work. So back into the box there. Still super cool. Look at that, Fafner. Alright, what else we got here? New departure ball bearing. Keep sealed. Well, they didn't do that. Good advice, though. Good advice. Bristol, Connecticut. There we go. On the box. Ooh. Well, this one they did a lot better job. That's actually in really good shape. So I'm going to hang on to that for something. The reason I got this bucket is, one, because it was really cheap, and two, I build a lot of stuff, and bearings are expensive. The stuff I'm building is not that expensive, so it's nice to have good bearings. So that one's good. It's not going to take a lot of work. That one's obviously, well, that's just, it's, well, maybe cleaned up. More paper. Ooh, another Fafner. Most complete line in America. Box is closed. That's good. Part number? Okay, this is a 209K. Somebody's handwritten reference. DV 4428. I don't know what that is. Tape's been opened before I got here. Dust in the box. But a little rust in there, but this looks like it's still all pretty good in the original paper. So that one will bear investigation. We shouldn't unseal that yet though, because I'm not ready to repack them. I'm going to get some more paper and maybe I'll... Plastic and oil seems saran wrap and oil. So that one, put that in the middle pile. What else we got here? Ooh, this is bigger. Another Fafner. From New Britain. This is a 210K. I feel like we just hit the 210K a minute ago. Also in better condition. Looks like some water got in there though. Nope, just grease. That's good. So this one's just full of grease. That's a good bearing. We'll pop that over here in this pile. Fafner makes really nice stuff. There's another one. That's a newer, it looks like a newer logo. Maybe this is a newer bearing. Also open. This is a C19W. And paper's broke, so we got some dust in there. We'll have to clean that out. I'll have to make a nifty little box to put all these in. Oh, this one came with a ring, a snap ring. That's cool. Got a Fafner something or other ball bearing. Okay. New departure. Looks like we got two brands. This one is sealed in the box, so I'm not even going to open that one. That one's made in USA, original sealed in the box. 3207903207 for whatever it's worth. that one's a good bearing. Another Fafner. These ones were beat up pretty good. Tape's been broken, so we'll take a peek. Paper's in good shape. So, another good Fafner bearing. What is it? Part number, oh, that's another 210K. So I got a set of matching ones. That's nice. So then I get a bearing on either end of a shaft for whatever application. This obviously needs cleaned up. Weird that it's only shielded on one side. Maybe it goes into a housing like that. Paper. Don't need any of that. Another one needs cleaned up. That doesn't do me any good. Empty box. Another new departure. This is a DV 15445. Keep sealed. Looks like they did. Do we have matching ones? That would be cool. Oh, here we go. Yeah. That's 3207, 90, 3207. So there's two that match. Cool. Another match. Cool. Oh, this is awesome. I'm going to have a big old stack of these 3207s. Yeah, that's what I need right there. Like I said, matching bearings are really cool because then you got, a couple of them on a shaft or an assembly. These all look like they're in good shape in the box. Oh, there's a... So this is the tapered ring for a tapered roller bearing. And it's in nice shape. And maybe we find a matching tapered roller bearing in here somewhere. So we'll make a stack for rings. There's another ring. Needs cleaned. So definitely got Tri-Cities variety sand in it. Here's a nice little bearing. 3303s. It's new departure. Oh, wait, here's another 3227. So we're getting 8 of those now. That's kind of cool. Fafner 5203K. So a little Fafner. Make a pile for that one. Hang on to this. This was what, 3303? Let's see if we can find it some friends. Empty box. Okay, here's another 210K. That's 3 210Ks. Honed, Sphera honed. Interesting. Bauer Roller Bearing Company. I've never heard of Bauer. Out of Detroit, Michigan. So this is old Detroit bearing. That's a roller ring. That interesting. So that's a Bauer tapered. Huh. So this looks about the same size as that other one over here. So we'll hang on to those because I'll bet somewhere in here there's some matching rollers. SFK. Look at there. SFK Industries, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They're still around. They're in machinery and everything else. You see SFKs all over the place. And this is a roller bearing, or ball bearing. And it's well packaged, so we're just going to leave it in the paper until I need to make a little spot that's clean so I can go through and clean them as they come out. A Timken. Oh my lord, everybody knows Timken. Look at that. Timken Bearing Company. Where are we at? Somewhere Ohio? Canton, Ohio. There we go. Maine, Canton, Ohio. Timken roller bearing. Let's see how good Timken's packaging was back in the... Ooh. Nope, this is a... Oh, it's shot. That's sad. Timken, you lose. You need more paint. Well, no. No, that's grease, not rust. Okay, so we have a Timken tapered roller bearing. Nice. There you go, Timken. Good job. Just enough grease. Just saved it. Part number? Part number is 1-850-125 M1 cone. Timken roller bearing. And clean up. I might make knives out of those if they're really shot. Hey, another 3207. Getting a big old stack of those. Okay, another Timken. We're going to assume this is the same. Yep, 81, 82 cones. So I got a pair of those now. Almost enough to redo a truck. There's a... Is this a Timken? It should... Oh, it doesn't say. That's unfortunate. I would hope that one of these rings matches those tapered rollers, but we'll see. New departure, 3207. Nice stack of those. New departure, 3207. I'm going to have to find a project just for new departure 3207s. That is going to be a good size for me. I'm going to have a pile of these. So this box was purchased for the or bucket was purchased for the low price of $25. Another new departure, 3207. Bauer, another Bauer. This is a different size. This is a tapered roller. Okay. This is not the outer ring, but it is the inside. Spherahoned. I've never heard of Spherahoned. I'm assuming maybe the rollers are a little radiused instead of just straight rollers. Timken, newer Timken. I recognize this box. 80s maybe. Paper looks good. This is this is the outer race for a tapered roller bearing. Box number 29. I wonder where box number 30 is. Ah, new departure. 3207. Look at that. Heavens. New departure. We got 32. Made in USA. Yep, good. Oh, this is a different one. This is a new departure 1203. So we got a new size. I'm getting really rich in 3207s. Ooh, I'm going to be sneezing tonight. New departure 3207. Look at that pile. Bauer. Another Bauer. Spherical honed. Do not unpack until ready to use. Keep free from dirt. Ha! Yep. Oh, they did good though. They did good. That's another Bauer. Bauers don't seem to have a lot of friends. Ooh, beautiful Fafner box. You know, and you can't really tell from type, but this type really reminds me of like the 40s or the 50s. You know, you see that? This is another 210. So I got a bunch of Fafner 210Ks. They make lovely bearings. See, new departure, sweet. SFK, little baby bearing. There's our SFK file. What is Fafner? This is a newer Fafner. See, now that's like, see the difference? Like this is like 30s or 40s font, and this is like 50s or 60s font. And you know, that's, I can't really date these that way, but what the hell? Yeah, that needs cleaned up. It's in pretty bad shape. Ah, another good one. Dirty, but this is a different manufacturer. This is Hoover. I guess we did something else other than vacuums. Hoover bearing. Never heard of it. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Hoover Bearing Company. There's a bunch of these guys that went out of business at some point. Another one of these old Fafners. This is a 210? Yep, 210K Fafner. Mailed me a numbers matching tractor, man. 210K. Bauer bearing. Nice. Take a peek in the box. Nicely packaged. No paper torn. Put that in the Bauer pile. What is this one? Did they say? This is another new departure. 3209. Needs cleaned up. You can't, ooh, this is a fancier Bauer box. Look at that. And that big, nice tapered roller. Too bad I don't have matching parts for those, but make nice knives. Empty box. Fafner 210K. We're getting a good pile of those Fafners. Fafner. Little baby bearing. Little baby bearing pile. Fafner. This one looks, yeah, it's 209K. Different. New departure, bigger ball bearing. Oh, but no paper. That does not bode well. Yeah, see, rusty. Summer. That goes in the rusty pile. Fafner, 210K, New Britain, Connecticut. I'll have to go visit New Britain, Connecticut one of these days. Timken tapered roller bearing. Good job, Timken. I've had some water on this box. Oh, this is box number 27. Remember, we're looking for number 30, and there is our item. Not too rusty. Not too rusty. Maybe it's savable. Fafner, 209. Beautiful. What do we got here? A Hoover. Look at that. It's a whole Hoover box. It's not even tore up. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Paper. And torn, but not forgotten. I don't see a lot of rust in there, so maybe that one's savable. Oh wow, that's dusty. That's good farm dust, dirt, pesticide right in there. Lordy. Yeah. Good time for dust allergies. Exercise for the sinuses. Okay. What do we got here? SFK. Philadelphia. Nicely packaged. Keep dry. Well, it didn't do a good job of that, but you know what, SFK? That bearing's been in this. We're going to blow this one up. This bearing's been in this paper for years, and you guys said to keep it dry, and you know, it's still not in that bad a shape. You see we got a little blush rust on the outside, but I don't see any in the races. This is probably still usable. Made in Sweden. That's a Swiss bearing right there, folks. I bet it runs like a Swiss clock. One of these days I'll have to get a Swiss clock and see how far it can run. So, SFK, Swiss bearing. Should have kept her dry. Oh well. Fafner, little baby Fafner bearing. Oh, here's another Fafner. Now this Fafner bearing was blown open. And you can see our paper's torn here, but I don't see any rust. Just a little dirt. So it looks like Fafner used better packing grease because I'm pretty sure all these got equally wet at some point. But look at that in there. No rust at all. Just grease. Just fancy grease. Pack it and forget it. That's cool. I wonder where I can find specs on all these. Get a hold of Fafner. Hey, you got a spec sheet for your 1930 line of bearings, your 210Ks, 4-digit ID numbers. Isn't that ridiculous? That's a 210. Got a lot of those. And needs cleaned. 210K. Alright, we're getting down to the scrubs, the bottom of the bucket. Looks like another 210K. 210K. Yep. Okay. Timken. And this one's gotten wet. It's got mold on it. See how Timken did in the Great Paper Race. How did we protect our bearings, Timken? Ooh. Ooh, folks, look at that. Timken wins again. Alright, Timken gets 20 points for packaging bearings. Because out of that nasty, wet box, look at the condition of this bearing. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Just a little bit of blush rust right there. Otherwise, just like it came off the factory floor in, I don't know, 19, God only knows, 42, 50, something like that. Beautiful. We'll pack her back up in there, stick it in the box. It'll be good for another 100 years. That's why it rusted, that little tear in the paper there where the paper went down. But yeah, that box has been wet. You can tell that box has been soaked. And that greasy paper protected that bearing for 50 years. That's something. Okay. 210K, Fafner. Oh, this is a bigger Fafner. This is not a 210. Oh, this is a 308K. And see how Fafner does since the box is already tore apart. And our great packing paper race. Ooh. Fafner, little rust, lots of grease. still good. Still good on that side. That goes in the cleanup pile. What's this? Federal. Oh, I thought they only did. Oh, maybe this is an automotive. Okay. These are the instructions for bearings. Only clean bearings deliver satisfactory service. So this one is going to be probably wholly unsatisfactory. This is a Federal number 1210 bearing. No protective paper at all. Pretty good shape. Dusty though, needs cleaned for sure. They're right. You only want to use clean bearings. Put a little dust in there and it just kills the service life on that thing. Metal parts don't grow back. That's the first thing you learn. That needs clean. I don't even know if that's saving you. Ooh, dust. All right. I'm gonna sneeze looking at it. Another Hoover bearing.
Can you bring some wood up on the porch for me?
In a minute. Another Hoover bearing. Again, shielded on one side. That doesn't make any sense to me, but there's probably a reason. It's okay. It's okay. Good job, Hoover. Not as well papered up as I would like to see, but, you know, for what it's worth. There's another new departure, 3207. One more Fafner 210K. At the bottom of the box here. Nose is running. 210K. That's it. That's all she wrote. Nothing but little bearings left. Okay, folks. Bottom of the bucket. Thank you for joining us on this little adventure. Take a look at our big pile of 30207s and 210Ks and cleanup work to do at some point, but not bad for $25.